Well, there we go. I thought I was live. I was literally talking for 4 minutes. Sorry, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as Pissed Off Brian. Can you hear me? Let me know. I'm like, can you hear me, guys? And there we go. Dallas Cowboys dropped to 3-5. Yes, 3-5 by losing to the Atlanta Falcons on the road, 27-21. This game, thank you so much. I literally was talking for how many minutes? 4 minutes when I wasn't live. So that just goes to show you where I'm at. Again, we could break it all down. We're going to break it all down, but it all starts at the top. Coaching's not good, people. Sorry, the preparation isn't good. Mike McCarthy wants to be miserable, and he wants to not like to answer the questions. You signed up for the job. You signed up for the job. You know, you signed up to be the coach of the Cowboys. Like it or hate it, they are a very visual team. So Mike McCarthy, this is a bad coach team. We started penalties to start the game. We had penalties to start the second half. But I think the most embarrassing play of the whole game, the most embarrassing of the whole game, you have to say was the fake punt. Again, your defense was playing, again, we need to keep it in perspective. The defense was playing relatively well, and we could break down the numbers, but they didn't kill us in any area. And I know I'm going to upset people, and I will get to the chat. I actually believe that if we start the game off with Cooper Rush, we win the game. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel when I watch Cooper move the team. It wasn't so because they were attacking. Make no mistake. They were not sitting back. They were coming after him. He was getting the ball out on time. And for a guy who didn't work with the ones all week, I'm actually excited to see Cooper Rush next week against the Eagles. Dak's not looking good. And I called it last night when me and Phil had our show. I said, I just have a weird feeling Dak's going to get hurt. And lo and behold, he hurt his hamstring. So, again, we'll break down the numbers, but it wasn't a bad performance. If you told me that you're going to hold the Atlanta Falcons to 27 points, you have to find a way to win. My final score was 34-31 Dallas. Okay? You were not going to win the game if you didn't score 30 points. We all knew that. It didn't take a rocket scientist, to figure it out. And yet, we were ass in the first half again. So we'll break it all down. It's a tough loss, but not really. It's tough in the respect that we know what we got in front of us. But I'm upset with the coaching staff, first and foremost. Way too many penalties. But, Wade, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Yeah, what you said about Cooper Rush felt like the same way. Like, he looked better than Dak, even before Dak got hurt. Like, Dak just don't.
Yeah,
he looks shaking. He looks.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what's going on with Dak, but Cooper Rush looked better to me.
Mark Hutchinson, I'm 100% a Cowboy fan, but I'm all about them losing. I've been saying that for 2-3 weeks. Yeah, and that's fine, Mark. Again,
we're injured right now.
I have no control over the outcome, Mark. So it's like I'm just going to react to what happens. But I hear you, man.
We're injured right now, and we're not playing good. And
okay, that's a good thing. What's supposed to happen when you're injured? Like, when you're injured, the idea is what? You're supposed to compensate by, like, doing something else, right? You're supposed to compensate by, I don't know, scoring, like, a lot of points to help out your defense, or, and we did not. We did not.
Yeah. The defense was holding them. The defense was holding them, in check for the most part. Yeah, they scored 27, but still, like, it wasn't out of reach. Like, by halftime, the thing is the offense just couldn't move the ball.
It's a badly coached team, right? Like,
badly coached. Quarterback looks bad.
Well, I think that all goes into it, right? When you, Like when you, like just the play calling is just stinks.
I mean,
Matt Batten, I never
who
got
was
your
over
email,
there?
bro.
Who was that on? It was early in the game, Brian, but when Dak he got sacked. But who was it out there in the? He was out there running up the sideline wide open.
Oh yeah,
Dak was
yeah,
just
yeah.
holding
That
on
was
to the
Jalen
ball.
Tolbert.
Like
That was
Dak
Jalen
had
Tolbert.
time, and he held on to that ball. He still had the ball in the hand. He wasn't sacked yet, and he could have made that throw.
That was Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, Dak's locking on his first read, trying to
Dak
stuff it
could have
to his
made that
boys.
throw.
Yeah.
He was looking in that direction too.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Dak Prescott. And I knew what everybody was going to say. Well, he was 8 for 8, or his Ultra Cowboy was texting me. He was 9 for 9. Okay, but he was dinking and dunking, and he didn't. I'm not here to say that's all Dak Prescott. I'm really not. But again,
No, it definitely isn't. But
you
man,
know,
my $60 million quarterback, bro, you can't look like that, man.
no, I know. Team
Like,
stats.
I'm
I
not-
want to get to the penalties here. It was fucking egregious, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely egregious.
Undisciplined football team.
Let's see here. Penalties. We won the turnover battle, so that was good. We had 9 for 55. And I think all but one of them, maybe 2 of them, were all procedural penalties before the snap. That is 7 before the snap penalties.
Yep.
Is crazy. Dude, that's worse than
Yeah.
that's
bad.
worse than preseason.
That's bad.
It's absolutely. My audio's cutting in and
They're
out.
they're an
I'm sorry, man.
undisciplined football team, man. It's just
My internet's not very good. I should have rebooted. I don't know what's going on, but can everybody hear me good? Yeah, hopefully they can. I got people talking all around me, so it's hard to concentrate. Okay, cutting out, Brian. Okay, great.
and I hear you pretty good on my end. But
Yeah, but I don't know about the broadcast. I should have restarted it, but I'm going to reboot my sound. So just talk. I don't know if you can see the chat. If not, just give me a second, everybody.
hold on. Support your team. Hey, I support the Cowboys no matter what, but we got to call it like it is. They are undisciplined. They look terrible.
Yeah.
Coaches are bad. I mean, it's just call it what it is, people.
Again,
You can't put lipstick on this pig anymore. They're a bad football team, bad coaching. They're bad from
but
top
they
to
have
bottom.
talent, and I'm going to stick to my guns there.
Yeah, they got talent.
Because
There's talent
Overshown
on the
was
team.
all over the field. I just want to break in. I'm going to share my screen real quick.
There's pieces.
Yeah, there's pieces, people. Again, there's only going to be one Super Bowl champion. So let's just. But I want to share my screen real quick. I'll move. Well, I'll move everybody over here for now.
There's pieces, but I definitely don't like the way my $60 million quarterback.
No, yeah. 378 total yards for the Cowboys, 310 for the Falcons. We win the turnover battle 1-0. I don't believe we got any points off of that turnover. That's the problem. That's probably where you lost the game. First downs, we had 23 to Atlanta's 17. Okay. A time of possession. We led time of possession 30 minutes and 40 seconds to 29-20. Okay. So we did well. We were worse in penalties. That's coaching. Okay. Red zone, we were 2 for 3.
One more thing, Brian. Coaching also put us in a hole with that stupid go for it on the fake punt there.
That was horrible. a total, like I said, a total plays. We stayed on the a field longer, 74 to 56. First downs passing, 13 to 12. Rushing first downs, 9 to 5 in our favor. We won in every category. Rico had 12 for 75. Bijan had 19 for 86. We had the broken play with Diggs early in the game. Again, what I'm trying to get at is, like, because that was the Mooney touchdown, or I think it was. No, that was a Drake London touchdown. But Mooney had a good game. Ultimately, everybody, it is a bad coach football team. I'm sorry. This is with the defensive coordinator. We talked about it a little bit about being. I was a little concerned about how maybe the scheme was going to confuse people. We got a lot of young players, and when you lose guys like D-Law, Micah, you lose guys like that, it really puts a lot of pressure. And listen,
Brian, I'm gonna say something. This game, I can't even really put on defense. Like, this is all coach.
Nah.
This is all offense, and this is offense and coaching decisions, like going for it on the fake punt. Like,
I mean,
defense was actually decent, not bad.
Daniel M., you ain't going anywhere, brother. You're not going anywhere. Just take a deep breath. Enjoy once the season's over, we're all back to square one again. We have talent.
Yeah.
But we need to get through the season. We need to learn about a few things, and we'll get into it. I'm not going anywhere right now, but
no, it's a long season, and it's going to be a long off season.
It'll be a long off season, but I think with the coaching
but I think
change,
a lot of
it'll
things going to happen pretty fast.
Wait,
like,
don't you think though? Don't you think this, Wade and Troy, but Wade especially? Don't you think that after how last season ended, right? How much worse of an offseason can it be?
No, I think this offseason is going to be good because they're going to clean house.
It has to be.
You know what I mean,
be.
Troy? I mean, it's like, it's kind of exciting because
it is, because that's why I kind of want this offseason.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think Jerry has got to move quick on his coaching decision. He can't just, dog it out till
take advantage of the fact that you're not going to be in the playoffs. Take advantage of the fact that you're going to be the first one to be able to, one of the first ones to be able to dip in the pool,
I'm perfectly fine with them being sellers to trade Micah Parsons.
Well, I don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah, let's get.
Did you see that stat, Wade? I don't know that you did, but this is to all the Micah haters, and I know what you're saying. I'm not opposed to necessarily trading him. I just don't know that.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do it. Dallas, but I don't want to sign him to a fat ass contract, and I'd rather have other players.
Record with him in the lineup as far as pressure, like he pressuring the quarterback. Mark Hudson says we need to put Trey Lance in for the remainder of the season.
I don't think you'll see that. You won't see that.
I wouldn't be objective to it. I mean, I really wouldn't care at this point. But.
The problem is
either way.
This is my problem with signing Dak Prescott to a long-term deal. This was my whole problem.
This is why they needed to wait. You were right,
Why would you have done that? Why would you have done that? It kind of didn't make any sense to me to do it right before the season, unless you were bringing the whole gang back. So, we can get out of the contract, and it's not like we're in cap hell, So it's not the end of the world.
If they don't sign Dak, like if they don't give him that contract, if the season went the way it's going right now, and they didn't give him the contract, bro, he'd be gone.
Yeah,
he'd be gone.
Right.
Is it time to go ahead and say, Mike, thank you for what you've done
Daniel.
so far this season?
Use a good paper bag.
I don't see any positive if they fire Mike McCarthy. Like it's I don't know who steps in.
Well, I imagine it would probably be Zim if he did fire Mike McCarthy midstream. I don't know. I personally, right now, I think you probably do play the tank game. See what you can get.
They're not going to do that.
I know that's the thing.
Yeah,
they're going to still fight.
We're just probably so bad that we're just going to keep losing, and it might as well just be tanking.
Yeah.
Now that
their schedule's not going to. It's going to cooperate.
Realistically, now I think your prediction is going to hit.
What's that,
Brian? 10-7.
I don't think we're
Bro,
getting
we're
it
not
done.
winning 10 games. We're winning about 5 games this year.
Nah, I don't buy that.
Bro, Brian, we've dropped. I said we're going to lose 5 in a row. We've already dropped 3 in a row. We're going to lose the next 2
Trade
games.
everybody you possibly can. I hear you.
We going to lose to the Eagles. We going to lose to the Texans. We going to lose to Washington. That's 3 more games in a row we losing.
I don't know that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, obviously we can. I mean, I'm not telling you.
I'm telling you, guys, this is a Dave Campo year. We going to win 6 games maybe.
Mark Huston. Well, then that really hurts because then we could have had a shot at Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
Wow, if that's
I
the
think
case.
Well, that'd be more
probably
hurting in Jerry. Like, damn, we could have drafted a quarterback. We were this bad. Shit.
Brian, wrong again. What happened? What are you talking about, Joey Garcia? What are you talking about, Joey Garcia?
I mean, why not draft a quarterback? You'd be out of Dak's contract here in 2 years after this. So
Well,
whatever.
we want Arch.
You're right. I do want Arch Manning.
Joey Garcia, what are you talking about? I asked you a question. If you're going to come in here, respond, please. Wrong again about what? What was I wrong about?
Well,
Look, we were all wrong about this
Yeah, I
season. We
thought
thought
so.
they were going to, like, we thought obviously they're going to be better than what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, we all.
right now, I think the Atlanta game was a good game. Another close one we should have had. Just like last week, we should have had the one against the Niners. But once again, McCarthy, boneheaded calls. 4th and 2, a punt. You should have punted, not gone for it. Thrown because they were all
Congrats,
over.
Chuck. Congrats. We still have a slim chance in a wild card, but have to start winning NFC East Conference.
I don't
teams
think
yet.
we're going to do.
Yeah, again,
I don't think we're going to do it.
Daniel M. I don't know, man. Doesn't matter. Your standard size brown paper bag will be more than fine. Tony Boo running late, but it's time to sit back and see if Trey Lance can showcase for a draft pick. Here's the problem, Tony Boo. The trade deadline is Tuesday, and he's a free agent after the year. So,
Yeah.
I just let him walk.
Again, that's a waste of a 4th-round pick, unless you're going to trade him before Tuesday.
You're gonna have to trade him or let
And
him
you're
walk.
not going to get a 4th-round pick. You may get a 6th if you're lucky. So let me change the game. Put on the Birds game. Watch them win.
Look at that! The Packers are in their mustard yellow helmets.
Oh God, I'm glad I picked Detroit. Arch Manning will not come out. Yeah, I know. It's going to be a while.
We know that. It's just something we would like to have.
It'll take a while. Sign and trade. Well, again, how embarrassing would it be? How embarrassing would it be if you drafted Shedeur Sanders anyway and just sat back? Rico Dowdle showed out, and yet McCarthy was still hesitant to run the ball. Jacob Lemaster, good call. Parsons, Overshown, Nealon.
There was some promise in
Diggs and
today's game.
Bland.
I'll give him that. There was some promise in today's game. I really did. I did see some things come out of it. Rico, you don't need Zeke.
No,
I think
Zeke,
you got to let him go.
Yeah, I think
You
Zeke,
got to let him go.
Zeke should
Bro,
be released.
like, there is some players that flash. Like, yes, I like Overshown. BB's, he's a beast. I mean, CeeDee Lamb is a great receiver. I mean, he's playing hurt, still trying to make plays.
I like
just
Tolbert as a
don't-
3rd.
Yeah, I just don't like the way Dak, before he got hurt, he looks shaken. He looks very
Man, that
suspect.
looks horrible, man.
Like, he looks suspect. That's not good.
Well, he did have that long run. That was his first long run of the season.
And then he
You've
got
gotta
to
let
his
him run.
hamstring on a pass.
That's the only thing.
Because he stressed it. What does that tell you? Is he not working out properly? I mean, what's he doing?
he looks shaky.
I don't know.
Looks
I
bad.
wonder what Dak is doing other than tearing down his house. because he looks like he's not prepared.
Pretty much. Yeah, dude, it don't look right, bro. If he
something doesn't look right.
It doesn't look right. Nobody's on the same page. I mean, how many false start penalties did you see when Cooper Rush went in there? I mean, and they were running hurry up shit. Not many. So it's just
not many.
I don't really understand what's going on with Dak Prescott. I think
he's looking to the side of Tolbert. How does he miss him? He's open for a touchdown.
For the last month, he's been throwing on the wrong side of players. Guys have been catching the ball, having to dive to the ground to catch it. And
I'm like, damn, them passes by Cooper Rush look more crisp than Dak's
They
pass.
They did.
Oh, yeah, they definitely were. So I don't know what's going on with Dak Prescott, but
I don't know. Do you?
Well, it just sucks. We just re-signed the effing guy.
I know.
That's the scary part, people.
Yeah, that's the scary part is if he gets worse, oh my God, he's got that contract.
They're going to force feed him down your throat. Now, he's not the sole reason why you lost today.
No, definitely. He definitely ain't the sole reason we lost.
The reason was coaching today, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the coaching staff needs to go.
Well, it's coaching in the offense.
I mean, did you see the fourth down with a fake punt? That was embarrassing. Your defense was playing well.
Yep.
What are you doing there?
Too early in the game to be doing all that shit.
That was
too close
crazy.
to the game at that point, too.
That's a desperate team.
Did they get a touchdown after we turned it over on that?
I don't. Yeah, I'm not
think
sure.
they did, didn't they?
I'm not
dude,
sure.
and it's the coaching's so bad. Dude, they got stopped on that 3rd and 1. It's
Logan,
4th down and
right.
1, and then they call that stupid run play to CD. Like, dude, it's so telegraphed. It's like, yeah, they're gonna run CD Lamb. Like, this is so stupid.
Especially when you don't run motion nowhere damn near enough. You don't run and nowhere near enough motion yet. On the 4th down play, you're going to run motion with CD. Wow, what do you think's going to happen? Maybe he's going to get the ball. Just like they're tipping their hand with Hunter Lepke. Hunter Lepke, when he comes in the game, it makes it difficult. He needs to be on the field more because when he comes in, it's kind of obvious what's happening.
Yeah.
That all goes into the coaching people.
And Ultra Cowboys right. Zimmer's defense has kept us in these last 2 games. The offense ain't showed up for shit.
Yeah, I said we needed 30 last night, right? That's what I said. I said more than 30, but give me 30. 30 would have won.
I mean, you were beating San Fran last week. I mean, damn. I mean,
That's
how
what
much?
I said. We have some pieces.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like,
Ultra.
Zimmer's defense, I can't put this on Zimmer the last 2 weeks. I just can't.
Exactly, Ultra. Yeah, there's no way you can really compensate
This is
for
Mike
losing your top 5
McCarthy
defensive players.
in the offense.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that defense has
why-
started to gel. Really.
That's what I'm saying. Zimmer didn't make the call, go for a fake punt on our end of the field. He didn't make that call. That was all Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to move on from the coach after last night. I mean, last
season.
Yeah, the playoff game.
Season,
because I kind of saw what I saw. I couldn't unsee what I saw. You know what I'm saying? I kind of saw that it wasn't looking good. And yet, it's just an undisciplined team. We need a coach to bring some discipline. I don't care. Listen, it could be a Ben Johnson. I mean, Ultra, as much as I would like him, I don't know that my franchise is going to go that direction. I think it's more looking like a Bill Belichick, a Mike Vrabel. They like especially if with an 82-year-old owner, he ain't going to want no 5-year project. Now, we all know it don't take 5 years anymore. It takes 2 tops. So, but I don't know. It's frustrating because they're right in these games. Dallas, in my opinion, they outstatted them in every non-coaching department. The penalties were horrible. And just the play calling, I thought it was egregious. I'm sorry. And I'm tired of Mike McCarthy. I take guys like Brian Broaddus who say they don't really care for why do big wigs who have either been in the NFL or not don't really care for Mike McCarthy? Why is that? Maybe because, I don't know if the game has passed him by. He's stuck in his ways, but motion is what kills people, and we're not running much motion. So going to jail, but a little too late for that.
You know,
What are we deleting?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I've been looking at him. There's
Jacob,
only one.
he played better in the second half. You don't need to delete
Yeah,
that.
there was only one there that was questionable, and he said something about something made his nipples hard or something. Which I
there ain't nothing wrong with someone saying overshown makes their nipples harder. It is what it is.
Why
do we got to time them out?
Yeah, let's not time anybody out right now, please, Daniel. And that's.
I think you can untime him out, Brian.
That was Vinny Hagan that timed him out. I'm like, it's not that bad. Come on.
Jacob, he played better in the second half. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. Daniel, and that is the most disappointing thing. I think they're doing it by accident, Ultra. I think that's what's happening. Try losing 5 defensive players. Yeah, again.
Bro, I mean, damn, what do we want Zimmer to do? He's like trying to make chicken salad with chicken shit right now. I mean, he's doing the best he can. He's doing the best he can.
He's doing everything he can. There's not much he can do after that.
Defense, he's got these players playing better than I thought the last 2 weeks. Offense ain't showed up.
Yeah, it's the offense, man. It's what's like you said, Walk. It's the offense that's not showing up right now. You know, you call yourself want to wait until the fourth quarter and make a run. You know that's a problem in my book. You know.
Yeah.
You're sucking in the third quarter, and you know that's our downfall, if you ask me.
What's that?
The third quarter.
Oh yeah. Third quarter is an absolute shit show. But what does that tell you, Thomas? What that tells you is it's coaching. When you come out of halftime,
it's coaching.
When you come out of halftime, you're supposed to be better. And make adjustments like everybody else is doing against us.
You're supposed to be better because
not us.
Like you say, you're supposed to make adjustments, and you're supposed to come out fired up. And I put that on the coaching staff. That goes straight on the coaching staff. And you know, I want to give Coach McCarthy the benefit of the doubt, but he got to go.
Can't no more, dude. That suspect
you can't no more.
Fake punt. Bullshit at the end. No, man, I can't.
I was so frustrated though, just watching this game.
Yeah, there were moments of frustration.
Like the opening drive, not the opening, but when we got the ball, we were able to get them off the field, right? And then we got the ball, we went right down the field. And what did we do?
Yeah.
Penalties,
field goal. And plays, field goal. Get bogged down, and
that's
kick field
not a way to win. You got to get down and get a touchdown and put the other team behind the 8 ball a little bit. God forbid we have a few. It's just bullshit.
And Atlanta was giving us opportunities to win the game today.
Well, I read the stats. They didn't outstat us as normally.
They did.
We're outstatted, right? Not today.
Not today.
No.
We hung in all the way to the end.
That's the reason why I was saying Atlanta was giving us all the opportunities in the world to win this game. We just didn't take advantage of them.
I mean, Dak Prescott to me is playing scared. 18 for 24, 133 yards and a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. He looks scared.
Yeah, his pass.
Was it me? But the last thing he wanted to do is run that ball, and that ended up being the biggest run of our day. And that's
of the season so far. They said,
but you know what I mean.
It's like he doesn't even want to run,
and yet he hurts his hamstring. Like you actually saw. I don't know if you guys saw the video of Dak. He pulled the hamstring while he's throwing a pass. So I don't know.
Is that when he injured it?
Yeah, you saw it on his face, and then he cut his finger. But I think it's more the hamstring. So again, I called it last night. I just felt like when it rains, it pours. But after seeing Cooper Rush. Shit.
Bro, Cooper Rush was throwing them passes way better than Dak.
Yeah,
the ball was way better coming out.
Yeah. Yep. And I really, really think that the fake punt might have put us over the top for losing this game. Because
I agree.
I mean, Kirk Cousins, 19 for 24, 222, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, at least he didn't go off on us.
Bijan, 19 for 86. Allgaier, 6 for 18. Mooney, 5 for 88 and a touchdown. Okay. Bijan He killed us. He's 7 for 59. It's just, I thought our defense played okay. Caden Ellis, we made Caden Ellis of the Atlanta Falcons look like the second coming of Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, out there. He had 13 tackles, 8 solo.
Reminded me so much of his dad, Luther.
Yeah. 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. Caden Ellis was all over the field, and we did. Come on now. Eric Kendricks.
Yeah, he was into the backfield way too quick.
Eric Kendricks.
Yeah, you got
9 tackles, 5 solo. Just looking at it.
We've got it. That offensive line has got to give Dak a little bit more time.
I'm telling you, the way Steele's playing, it'll be a June 1st cut.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really analyzed it. What I was disappointed in was that 4th down play. Tyler Smith's the one who screwed it up. Or no, I don't think it was a 4th down play. I'm not sure. It might have been, but there was supposed to be a combo block.
No, you're talking about the 4th and 1 on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and
we ran CD to Steele's side, he missed the block.
Yeah, that
was Zach Martin and Steele right there.
But there was one on the other side where it actually was on. Tyler Smith was supposed to block. I guess it was Grady Jackson, but it is what
somebody.
It is.
Yeah,
it is what it is. When it rains up here, it pours. An L is a L. An L is an L. Yes, you were right, Dwayne. I was. I thought we played desperate at times, maybe too desperate. Maybe too desperate because. That was some stupid football that we saw. Chiz, what's up, brother? This is effing embarrassing. I can't believe what I saw. I saw a selfish team today. Yeah, that's coaching. That all starts with coaching. Do you think I'm going to say it. Do you think a Bill Belichick team does that shit?
Nope, Bill Belichick ain't going to do that stupid fake punt.
What's up, broad guy? Bill Belichick ain't going to put up with that. I'm not saying I'm advocating for Belichick. Mike Vrabel. Give me Mike Vrabel. If you're going to tell me Ben Johnson, I don't, tell me the quarterback that's going to be working with Ben Johnson. That's my fear. So,
you know what?
I'd rather just go with a dominating defense and just get Dak's act together and keep Cooper Rush as the backup until we draft.
I would like Mike Vrabel in here because Mike Vrabel, he's a young coach.
Fly Parks, probably not good, brother.
He's a player's coach.
I smell a skunk. No, they just let my dogs out, and I smell a skunk. So don't leave them out there.
And plus, he's a former coach of the year. And
no, that's my neighbor smoking weeds. Sorry, that's not a skunk. Might as well be. God damn.
They're smoking that real mean shit.
It's wafting over my yard.
Mean real shit.
Ultra, they just paid Dak and CD. It would be a young OC. Okay, I mean, can you see my point of view though? I mean, Ultra, just go out and get a defensive coach, right?
I want a defensive coach. I'm tired of
just make it and have a good offensive coordinator. I don't know who that is. I can't give you a name right now, but I don't care. I'm good either way, Ultra. But I'm just saying.
Or what's the name? Because they're both guys. Yeah, they're both defensive guys.
Yeah, Vrabel, Belichick. You got Ben Johnson, who's going to probably have his pick of jobs. Ultra, do you think he would want to come to Dallas? I think he would, but there's no guarantee.
I think there's one player that we are overlooking today.
Jake
Ferguson finally showed up,
and then he had at least one penalty that
Daniel Lynn had a question.
What's that?
He said if the defense has been playing good the last 2 games, then why won't the front office help us get a weapon for the offense? Because they don't believe in the roster. That's why. That's why they made no investment. That's why they made no trade.
Either way, Ultra.
That's why they didn't sign any free agents, really.
I want one of those 3 guys. If it's anybody other than those 3, I would have to. I don't know. I mean,
this is literally the ultimate lame duck year, basically.
I don't want a college head coach right now. If you're going to bring in a quarterback, let's say we didn't sign Dak, right? Let's say we didn't sign Dak, and in a different world, right? And let's say we get a Shedeur Sanders, let's just say, or whoever. Then you bring in a young OC and like you go forward. Dak Prescott, you know what you have I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Very, very frustrating. Ferguson is hurt. His knee is banged up. He just ain't playing. Yeah, Dwayne, he don't look like his normal self. But
but he showed up today.
Yes, it was a good game today. Jerry trying to comment post game that he wants to make a couple moves before trade. Oh, is that what he said?
Oh God!
Yeah, I'm like, what?
I eat the snake oil.
What's he gonna do?
Here's the deal, Jacob. When we want him to make a trade, like last year when we were actually good.
What that is. He wanted to go in and make a trade to keep him taking the blame all of this. That's one thing about David. David don't want to take the blame and nothing. You don't want to take the blame.
We needed a trade last year at the deadline for a linebacker or a running back.
A couple of players. Last year.
We sat pat because we were reading the headlines. When
Gary and Steven are already telegraphing, Brian. They're already saying this is going a little worse than they thought. Now shit's hitting the fan. Shit's starting to hit the fan now.
Yep.
They're in free fall mode right now.
Looks
they're not. I would be actually shocked if they made any trades at the deadline.
Yeah, and
especially with Dak being hurt, I don't know what they're like. Think they're going to have conflict.
That's what I've been telling Wade. I think he understands, but it's not a total rebuild because whenever you have this, we're probably going to bring back 6 All Pros. So and they're young players. When you talk about Tyler Smith and
if Jeff Kavanaugh's right, then you're only probably going to have 15 players on this roster currently that are going to be on the roster next year.
Yeah, but
that's a massive rebuild. If you have a no coaching staff and you only have 15 players returning next year on this roster, that's a rebuild.
Yeah.
That's a rebuild.
Well, Clemente.
We do got some good pieces, though.
You're talking about Dorrance Armstrong? He's a part-time player in Washington, and he got paid a lot of money. I wouldn't have paid Dorrance what he got in Washington. So if you guys want to go down that road, Clemente, who did we lose that you're so upset about? I understand what you're saying. Dorrance Armstrong would help. But Washington spent that money because they had to. They were unbelievably under the cap and had to spend money just to get to the floor of the salary cap. You're required to. So they had to spend the money, so why not get guys he already knew? I don't think Dorrance Armstrong is nothing more than a rotational piece.
So Ultra Cowboy says 39 players under contract.
Yeah, but how many of those, and that's for another day, but how many of those can we get out of with little to no?
So looking at the roster right now, Brian, who's gone? Cook's gone.
Well,
Lawrence is going to be gone.
Yeah, well, let's start with one side of the ball.
Zach Martin's retiring.
Let's start at the offense. All right, let's go to the offensive line. Zach Martin's retiring. Terrence Steele, who knows?
Terrence Steele's probably going to be a June 1st cut. He keeps playing like this.
He will be.
So
he's cooked meat.
Like you got your center, you got your left tackle, you got your left guard. So that's 2 offensive line next year. Okay.
Yep.
Your whole running
backs are probably gone.
All of them.
Oh, I'm almost certain they're gone.
I don't think. I don't know what the contract for Rico is, but if you want him, you can keep him.
Rico was only a 1-year deal.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I want to talk about, and then we'll get back to that. Now you see why Dalvin Cook was not activated. Dalvin Cook did not know the plays or the protection. Everybody was talking Dalvin Cook. Stop it with the. Everybody gets caught up at names. Dalvin Cook did not know the protections. Dak was in his ear more than once, and he screwed it up. So, Mark Hutchin, rebuild. We needed no trades at this point. I would like to unload a few players, though, Mark. I would definitely like to unload a few, but I don't know that we need to add anybody. Why, Jerry? Why? But anyway,
I think with who we have, I don't think we could get anything better than a 6th rounder for what we've got left.
Yeah. Was it
Thanks,
so?
Mark.
Cooper Rush, isn't this Cooper Rush's last year of his deal?
Yeah,
You're gonna lose. You may sign him. Lance is walking out the door.
Yeah, Lance needs to go.
Yeah, Lance is gone. There's no doubt.
Your running back room.
That's what I'm saying.
Gone.
We're going to draft a running back, just hopefully not in the first round.
Receivers, Cooks is gone probably.
Yeah, so let's go to the receivers.
Cooks will definitely
Let's go to the receivers.
So you got Brandon Cooks.
Okay, so you'll have Flournoy and Tolbert, and you'll have CeeDee Lamb. Everybody else should be gone. Or
and
no, you'll have Jalen Brooks.
Well,
too.
you could have him compete. You can have him compete, but there's no There's no guarantees.
Yeah, they may get cut depending on if they bring in any other good wide receiver.
All right, let's go to the tight ends.
Flournoy
annoyed me today.
He'll be gone next year.
Who?
Flournoy. I don't think he's going to stick around.
Maybe not.
He was like a 6th round pick.
Lawrence is gone next year. Mark Hutchin, I wouldn't mind bringing him back if he wanted to, he
gonna have to take a lot less money.
Yeah, because he's a really good two-way player. But we got Nealand. What's up, Flip Shelton? How are you, brother?
Anyway, back to the receiving corps.
So the receivers.
I think if we could draft somebody good,
we need
maybe in the 3rd round.
Well, I don't even care. What I don't want is a 1st-round running back. That's what I don't want.
No.
I'm open to pretty much anything else. I'm
open to drafting a running back in the 2nd round or 3rd round.
Yeah, I think if I'm drafting 1st round, if there's a good 1st-round wide receiver out there, take him. Or if not, you got to go DT. You have to go DT.
I don't think we have to go 1st-round defensive tackle. Especially if you bring a defensive
or
coach.
defensive
None of them
end.
draft them in the 1st round. They never do. You go edge rusher, you go wide receiver, you go offensive line, you go maybe an explosive
Who's
tight
coming
end,
out for? Well, we'll talk about that.
Maybe
when
a
we get
corner.
over to that
Maybe a
sidewalk.
corner.
Anyway, so you were saying wide receivers.
Anyway,
who have we got coming out?
Well, I'm just saying we're going to keep a CD, and we're going to keep Tolbert.
Well. Is Hunter going to be coming out from Colorado?
Yes.
This is his senior year, right?
Yeah, he's going to win the Heisman. So he's going to be a top 5
pick. Do you think he's going to come in as a wide receiver?
He's going to want to play both.
Defense.
Yeah, I'm out on Travis Hunter. That's just me personally. He's a smaller guy. He's always injured. It's going to be tougher at the next level. That's just me.
They need to build the defensive line, they need to build the middle of the field and rebuild the offensive line.
Yeah.
Because without the defensive line and offensive line, we're cooked.
See, and
we need a running back.
Everybody's forgetting that, everybody's concentrating on these sexy names. It's cool, but you got to build that trench area. We got to
rebuild the trenches. If we lose so if Zach Martin retires and Steele gets cut, the whole right side of the line we have to rebuild.
Yeah,
we got to sign.
Yes, I do like that. I like that run wide receiver out of Arizona. I do like
McMillan.
Yeah, McMillan. He is a beast. He can really, really get you some yards. He could be your number 2. He could come in on day 1 and be your number 2.
Again, really. Hunter, he plays corner and receiver. Yeah. Do you really want to deal with that, Art? That's my problem. I
don't think you want to deal with another.
I don't know.
Do we have anyone in depth that we can insert at guard right now and swing Tyler Smith out to left tackle and Guyton out to right tackle?
All we've got is TJ Bass.
Nathan Thomas, I think they list him as a tackle.
Akeem Richards,
he plays tackle. He came in for a Guyton when he hurt himself today.
We need to probably put Guyton on his natural side in college.
Right tackle.
Yeah.
We need to go.
I don't know that we could
We're
put
beating the
Asim
Eagles.
Richards in there.
Because you guys will be there. William Tilton, I don't see any way in hell how we beat Philly, but
I don't either.
I don't need a not right now.
But if we do, hey, great.
It's a plus for me if we do.
Obviously. Tell me about it. I live in the area. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, God. I can't even go in the airport wearing my Dallas shit. I got to be incognito until I get in the air.
Incognito, yeah.
So.
But as far as Asim Richards on the line, I don't know that he could really come in and contribute at this point.
So, really it's just the trenches you need to worry about and a running back and maybe a wide receiver. Because secondary, I think, is decent. I mean, you're going to have Bland. You're going to have Diggs next year, probably healthy, 100%.
Yeah.
Linebackers, I mean, what are you going to let Kendricks walk, or are you going to sign him again?
Nah, he's 32. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that if they do, they'd have to sign him.
That's why I said I don't want to lock into anything. Let's just take the best players. That's where we get ourselves in trouble. Ultra says Guyton didn't give up any sacks. Yeah, I think he's fine at left tackle. The reason why he played right tackle in college is because they had a left-handed quarterback. He's fine. He's just a rookie, and he needs to cut out some of the penalties. That's all. He was fine today. Is it me? Did the O-line hold up better than with Rush? It did. That's weird. I
don't know why that is.
I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just very disappointed.
Is that like a psychological thing?
For signing Dak.
Yep.
Fucking
that's the big anchor. Right now is Dak. That's the big anchor right now.
It could easily change, is what we're saying. So we'll see.
It could.
Again, so
I'm definitely not saying this is all on Dak, but man, I'm disturbed with how he looks. Like his
I don't know if something's going on physically with him. Maybe I don't know.
Mentally, with the touchdown.
Dude, he looks like a deer in the headlights a lot.
Amon-Ra just got you a touchdown there, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel Jones is looking better than Dak Prescott right now.
Something's going on with the system, or it's the play calling.
But he had an unbelievable year last year.
Yeah, Rush's release, like Dave Thomas said, I'm sorry, Rush's release of that football looks way better than Dak. Them balls were coming out a lot better.
Yeah, it was. Had more zip on it. Yep. Yes, it did. Why is that? Something's wrong or what?
Yeah, dude, Dak don't look right. He just
Falcons defense didn't know how to deal with him. Yeah, Mark Hutchinson. And a game planning will help defenses, especially if we're going with Cooper Rush next week.
Do you pull a Tom Landry and do a mix of the two? Say, okay, you're in this series. And
no,
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't know, but I would say no. But Dak's got to get his act
anything's
together.
better than what's going on right now.
I like what I saw when Dak ran. It's just a shame that he broke down already.
Yeah.
God damn, man, you got to do some sprints or something, Dak. I haven't seen him before the game doing all of his stuff. Maybe he's not. I'm sure he's doing it, but I don't know. But Rush has too much air on his release. He has a stronger ball though, Daniel M. The ball comes out.
Yeah, and the ball was looking. Yep, it does. And he was putting the ball in good positions for the wide receivers to make diving catches and actually make an attempt to contest for the ball.
Yeah, Bruce Banner.
Dak literally missed Holbert running down the sidelines wide open, not anyone near him, and he was looking in his direction. That should have been a no-brainer.
Yeah, definitely. Frustrating game, people.
It was.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It was one of those games where Dallas teams of the last recent years, we would have put up 28 by halftime. And it's not happening. So you're like, geez, like you keep looking at the score and go 13. That's what we have, and you're getting turnovers and.
Yeah, Cowboys team from 2 years ago probably had 28 points on the board at halftime.
Yeah. And it's like, wow, what is going on here? That's why you have to move on from McCarthy. Let's just hope that they make the right decision. I would be excited with
This is a big off season coming up. This is a big off season.
It is.
Yeah.
Now let's see what they do with it. That's the big thing.
Yeah. This offseason
you're going to have all new coaching staff, and you're going to have a shitload of cap room. There's a lot of things going to happen.
Shout out to the Commandos, Brian Harding. Shout out to your squad, 7-2. You represent. Good for you. You're doing what you're supposed to do. So
yes, congratulations to the
bad schedule.
Commanders.
You're kicking them. You're taking care of business. Good job, Oscar. Can't wait.
Yes,
That's all
Brian,
we have excitement for next year. That's all it is. We're all Cowboy fans. None of us are leaving, so that's the thing.
No, we're here.
I'm staying a Cowboys fan. I don't care if they finish 3-14.
If you're a Cowboys fan this
true.
year,
It's true. Ultra, like Mike Fisher, even Jeff Kavanaugh was saying, it looks like this is all 2025. That's all this is about. What they're going to do in next offseason.
What's cracking? Not much, Bruce. Just watching another shit show. I like the Kelly Greens, though. I see the Eagles repping.
Yeah, Brian Harding. Yeah, we can't ignore 7-2 Commanders.
Blue and silver, thick and through. Yeah, Dustin, we're not going anywhere. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the year, I'm not trying
me and
to
Brian
rush
will
it.
be there at the Eagles game this week. Win or lose, we're gonna be.
I am only me.
Hey,
I go to Dallas on a.
You just said you wanted to go down with the ship. I can't think of any other way to do it.
God, well, then we need to get some bags made up. I'll sit in the fucking stands with a paper bag.
We need to have we need to have a funeral for the Cowboys in front of that Tom Landry statue in front of that stadium.
I'm gonna have to bring the Mystic.
You think Tom Landry's rolling over in his grave right about now?
No, he's laughing his ass off. He said Jerry Jones fired me, and once he
he's laughing.
And once he fired Jimmy Johnson or whatever you call it.
This will be the fifth time I've seen the Cowboys play the Eagles live, and we've lost all 4 times. This may be the fifth time I see them lose. This may be the fifth time.
Hey, don't bring that up.
I'm 2-0. Fuck, something's got to give.
I'm 0-4 right now.
Give.
You also game time need to buy some diapers for that hairy bastard.
Hey, don't forget when we start out 3-5, we always win the next game.
Oh, is that it?
We've always won.
Is that a stat?
Dude,
I'm not quoting none of your stats.
Mark's going to the game. I need to sit by Mark because I just need every time Cooper Rush makes a beautiful pass. You see that beautiful pass, Mark, by Cooper Rush?
Don't do that.
I just want to give him a hard time.
See, that's what you get, you cocky bastard.
What happened?
Instead of you going for the field goal, you want to go for it on 4th down at the
Who's that?
Inside the 15-yard line.
Who?
And you get the first time Philadelphia. You go for the point, and it's early in the game.
Yeah, I don't. Again,
Cooper Rush goes out there, wins the game for us, and I'm in that stadium with Mark and be like, best quarterback since Joe Montana.
Well, don't worry, I'll make sure.
Well, I'll bet Philly 500's pissing in his pants about that one.
It's over,
4th
man.
and 3.
I'm a diehard fan, but this literally puts a stake in my heart. Daniel M., don't worry, brother. We're all here together. We're not going anywhere. We're going to ride it out. It's not
How many of us can raise our hands and say we suffered through the 1-15 season?
Yeah, and our franchise quarterback wasn't on the field for the one. It was Steve Walsh who won the one. And yeah, Jerry would be sick if they get the number 1 pick after. Hey, Ultra. Oh well, you take a quarterback anyway. And you tell Dak,
dude.
Say,
if we get the number 1 overall pick,
where do you want to go? Then
if I'm in the organization,
you don't care what
at Jerry saying draft a quarterback.
And that if we get Shedeur Sanders, let's just say it's Shedeur Sanders. Let's just say somehow, then you say Dak, he's our quarterback. Now, do you want to hold a clipboard for $60 million for a couple years until we can release you, or do you want us to be able to trade you?
Oh yeah, there's some teams that would probably take that, dude. I'm telling you right now.
You wouldn't get a first-round pick for Dak with that contract.
No. Yeah. If you could just get a team to take his contract and give me a 4th. All I'm saying is the Raiders are probably gonna take. They'd take that.
Yeah,
I bet you the Raiders would take it.
So
no, you know what? I would draft him. Trade him to the Raiders. I'd be like, Mark Davis, we'll give you him, but we got to have your number 1, dude. I have 2 number 1s on my hands. No, I have another number 1 on my hands on draft night. That's
Game
what I
time.
do.
Put on the
No,
brown bags.
if we draft Shador
Okay.
Sanders, you're right, Brian. If we draft Shador Sanders, I'm telling Dak, you're gonna sit on the sidelines, brother, and hold a clipboard, or you're gonna be traded to the Raiders. Pick your poison.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And I'm telling the Raiders, eat this contract and give us a third, or give us a fourth.
Yeah, or Cam Ward. But my question is, Ultra and whoever else may know, I could pull it up, but if we trade him, do we get stuck with the dead money or no? Everything goes.
No, I think we would get stuck with some dead money, wouldn't we? Somehow.
I don't know how though. If you're trading his contract,
well, if you're trading him and you're telling the Raiders, hey, you're taking his contract, that's basically what they did. That's what we did with the Browns.
Cheaper than what he would have gotten on the open market. If they trade Dak, it's $150 million dead cap hit. That's a lot of fucking money.
That is.
You know what? Just kick that can down the road then.
Yeah, you could spread it out over 10 years.
You got a lot of cap room this season. You could at least eat. You're going to pay Dak $90 million this next season. You could at least eat $90 million of that. And if you draft Shador Sanders, he'll be on a rookie contract too, and you could still eat the $90 million. Yeah, you clear it up. Or
start Dak and have Shador just waiting in the wings. And get through next year. I'm not trying to go down this road, everybody, but we're just really
look. This is reality because this is going to become reality if Dak stays hurt and CeeDee Lamb's hurt. We could be looking at a top 5 pick.
And then
but we got to get the New England Patriots.
Oh
Carolina
yeah, you have
Panthers.
to take quarterback, Brian. You got to.
They've got to. They've got to start winning.
Oscar, they. Assume a lot of that. We would have what Ultra says is they trade Dak after 25 season at $61 million. Yeah, so that's why I said it would probably be better to start Dak next year, draft Sanders. That's your 1 and 2, and then after that year you move on. You know what I mean? That's more likely. That's why I have him in here. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, if we have a top 5 pick, if we're picking in the top 3, somehow, some way this season, we got to take quarterback. I mean, who are the other 3 quarterbacks coming out of college that are going to be good?
Well, you got Cam Ward out of Florida State.
Cam Ward, the quarterback from Oregon.
McDonald, I think is his name.
And I said the quarterback from Georgia, the one who had a good game last night against Florida.
All right, here we go. A 2025 draft prospects at quarterback. Let's see who we got. Well, I don't like him, but Shador Sanders is number 1.
Yep.
And then you have Cam Ward, number 2. And we could argue which one you like better or who they like better.
We're in a good position to pick a quarterback if we do lose quite a bit of games. Dolphins aren't going to take a quarterback. They got Tua. Patriots are not going to take a quarterback, and they're 2-7. They're not going to take a quarterback.
Yeah. Quinn Ewers.
No, but Carolina
Texas.
will.
True.
I don't want Carson Beck out of Georgia, but they probably like his size, but I don't know. Jalen Milroe, Alabama. Get us.
Titans. Are they gonna? They're 2-6. They gonna take a quarterback. The Titans.
Drew Aller out of Penn State.
Or did they draft a quarterback?
Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss.
Oh, true. The Browns. Their Browns are gonna take a quarterback.
Cade Klubnik. And Dylan Gabriel. Riley Leonard. Those are your top 10. So
Gabriel was the name I was thinking of. Sorry, not McDonald.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one I said from out of Oregon. Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel. Yep, Damon Gabriel.
If I'm taking a quarterback, it's I would have to say it's Cam Ward or Shador Sanders. If I can't get one of those two, I'm not taking one. No, do not draft a quarterback yet. Build that offense up first, and they go get then go get a QB. Yeah, we're on the. Yeah, we're on the Arch Manning, but that's going to be a few years. That's the problem with that. That's the problem with that. How
Yeah, I'm just saying, though, Brian, if you had the number 1 overall pick this year and you don't take Shedeur Sanders, you are a dummy.
Yeah.
Like how
They
could you pass him up?
They would trade out for multiple
That'd be
picks.
ridiculous.
Would it, though? Let's say you can
I
get
mean, it depends on what you
picks.
got. Oh, yeah, I guess I'd take it. 3 number 1s.
You know, like a team that has 2 this year and 1 next year or something, something like that. It'd be like, okay. Now you're stocking up and you could hold those picks for future years, like trade them for draft assets for the Arch year.
Otherwise, if you're in the top 3 or top 5, you're in a good position to make trades and get more picks or players.
Right? Or you take that quarterback and now you have assets, whether it's a Dak or that quarterback, you'll end up with assets. So you probably take the quarterback,
And let's just be honest here, Brian. The Cowboys are going to have to be active in free agency. I think they know that they evaluated their talent they've drafted. They're going to have to. I think they're already talking about it. We're going to have to do something in free agency. They're going to have to.
And I don't want to hear all this shit about we don't got no money. That's bullshit. We don't want to hear that.
You got almost 100, if not 100 million.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to say that shit this year. They're not going to be able to.
Like Walker said, you ain't gonna be able to say that shit this year. I don't want to hear that.
Get away with it.
You got away with it the last 2 or 3 years.
Cooper Kupp with it.
Mike Fisher talked about that. He said they're not going to be able to use that excuse this next season. They have way too much money available.
Yep. Right.
They're going to sign a D-tackle.
You got too much
for T. Higgins. Oof.
To be saying.
I hope they can make that. Well, they can. I'm not saying I'm hoping. They can make that move for T. Higgins next year.
Says that we're going to be doing next year, getting free agent for this team with $100 million we have. Well, this is what I'll tell all Daniel and
You have a lot of options.
Yeah, what I'll tell everybody is this. Overshown saved 2023 draft guys, definitely. I would say that once the season's over, I don't know what Detroit's doing now. I'm not watching the game. Looks like
they're up 7-3 on Green Bay.
Okay. Hold on, Brian. Here's one thing. We get top 5 pick and we trade. Let's say we trade out and we get a bunch of picks. You want to really stack up picks, Cowboys Nation? Trade Micah Parsons on top of that for some more picks. You want to really stack up picks.
That's your soft rebuild.
Thanks,
right
Wade.
there. That's your rebuild right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You can literally stack so many picks if you trade out of the first round or whatever and you get a boatload of picks. If someone's looking for a quarterback and you trade Micah, you could have
right now.
Well, here's the other thing too, Wade. You could still stay in the first round.
Yeah.
But you could get those picks if you're in that top 10 area. Like you said.
What's nice about this is what's nice in my opinion about having a high draft pick. This is what's nice about it is that second round, it's a beautiful pick. That third round, it's a beautiful pick. If it's a top, let's say it's top 5, right? Let's say we get a top 5 pick. Oh yeah, over and above the first round. That's why I say you get your quarterback. I don't care that you got Dak. You go out and get.
Yep.
You need as many opportunities to get another franchise quarterback. You get that, but then in the second round, boom, you're at the top.
You always draft a quarterback no matter
fourth
what.
Round. You're in a great area, where you could get that high talent. Because let's face it, the top 4 rounds is where you get. The majority of your immediate impact players. So if you could use some of the fifths and trade up, there's a lot of options. I just want everybody to understand that in a couple months, there's going to be one Super Bowl champion. And then we're going to be sitting in a decent spot to then move this franchise forward.
There's a
That's how you
lot of
gotta look
options
at
to
it.
move the franchise forward, Brian, because if
Darlene.
you have cap room, you have draft picks, you have ammunition. If you get a top 5 pick and you could trade and get a lot more picks, you could also trade Parsons.
Yeah, I
I'm
wouldn't
just saying,
trade Micah,
and depending on what coach you
or
get,
Diggs.
like
Yeah.
if you hire Bill Belichick, you're not trading Micah Parsons. He's going to a 3-4 defense, and you want Micah Parsons on your 3-4 defense.
I would consider trading Bland, though. I would.
Yeah,
consider trading Bland only because I'd rather just draft a corner, and even if you got a second round pick for Bland, I would consider it.
Here, Brian, you don't think Bill Belichick can use Micah Parsons or Overshown in a 3-4? You don't think he could utilize them?
Oh yes, I do. That's why I said I think that Parsons. I think Parsons has a future on this team, possibly. You saw the stat. When he's in the game, it's unbelievable for the Dallas Cowboys. Just in pressure and wins. But you have to do your job, right? As a general manager of a football team, you have to do your job. You have to field the calls. If the right offer from the right team at the right time comes, nobody should be untouchable. Sorry.
Nope.
That's Jimmy Johnson philosophy. So, but I do like Parsons to stay on the team. If that's going to happen, then you need that 3-4. Just as much, you know what I'm saying? That's what you need.
You should be open to everything.
Yeah. I want a brown paper bag, Daniel. Like I said, Daniel, we're already sitting here. What's this? November 2nd, whatever the hell it is.
We have an injured team. We have bad coaching.
January,
third.
Yep.
In a little over 3 months, there's going to be one Super Bowl champion.
Yep.
And then
that's the ultimate goal. People's winning the Super Bowl.
Everybody else is going to be okay. Well, we won a couple playoff games, but we lost. Okay, now you're picking in the late 20s. Now it's.
I'm looking at the next few years for the health of my franchise. The cap room. We're going to have a new coaching staff. We could hit the reset button. We can come out of this looking pretty good in the next couple years if they play their cards right.
Yeah, you said it, if they play their cards right.
Well.
Yep. If they play the cards right, and we all know the Joneses, they like.
And here's the thing I fear is going to happen.
I love it, Loyal.
I want to hear Loyal.
I think that I've been saying this before. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike McCarthy is trying to sabotage his team.
What?
So he figures because he knows that Jerry Jones and them, they're going to hire within. They won't look outside. They'll just move him up to head coach. And I hope they'll win just enough to say, okay, we should keep this guy around. But I don't want that, man. I want all new coaches.
We will have all new coaches. And that's the thing, Loyal, is they're not going to be able to not do anything this next free agency frenzy. They have too much cap space to say we don't have enough money. They're not going to be able to throw that out there. No one's going to believe them. And they have too many holes on the team. They have way too many holes on the team not to do anything.
Yeah, you see, and that excuse is getting old. Ain't nobody falling for that crap after this year. Ain't nobody falling for it. That is, like I said, that excuse is getting old. And
I mean Zimmer, Dustin, yeah.
And everybody's like, man,
Zimmer's doing the best he can with the stuff. I mean, I can't put any of the last 2 games I can't put on Zimmer. Man, our offense is just terrible.
Yeah.
We've been in actually these last 2 games.
Yeah, because we should have won the game out in San Francisco.
And it's just that curse. When players get paid, they get hurt. Now Dak's hurt. Look, Brandon Ayuk, he's out for the season. I'm saying Dak's out for the season, but you might as well say our season's over. So,
Dak's looked real shaky. Like he's just. I mean, damn, like me and Brian were saying, damn, Cooper Rush looked better than Dak.
I didn't watch the game. I worked today, but did y'all see McCarthy threw his clipboard down?
Yeah,
his
tablet.
I saw that on the Bleacher Report. I saw that on the Bleacher Report.
I was like, damn.
And that was probably a damn front.
Well, that was on a 4th and 1 play that they got called for a formation, I think.
We just don't have the horses, man. We don't have the talent. We're too hurt. We don't even with our players healthy, we just don't have the talent to do anything. We don't have the right coaching staff. We don't have the right, personnel. And until we get those things fixed, we're going to run into these problems.
Seeing all of this fall back to what happened back in January when we lost to Green Bay.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do anything to address it. They didn't do
Jerry,
nothing. Jerry Jones didn't do shit.
Jerry,
Well, see, that's the argument Mike Fisher keeps saying the reason why they didn't believe in this team and made zero investment. Green Bay. They said, okay, Green Bay lost. We don't believe in this team. We're just going to let all these people contracts run out, clean up the cap, clean house after this next season. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, I sure hope you're right. I do.
they're
We need
doing
something.
They're
man.
not
We
going to do
need-
nothing at the trade deadline. That should let you know everything. They're not going to do jack shit at this trade deadline.
And we
That should
shouldn't
let
do
you
anything.
know
It's a
they
little too late
don't
for that.
believe in this team.
The offseason is going to be very interesting. I mean, the
There-
way it's looking, we're going to have a high draft pick.
Oh,
But
yeah,
the
and that's
position
what
is,
this is
what-
going to
what are
be
we
an
gonna do with
exciting
that?
offseason.
what are we going to do with that pick? I mean, what do you do? Do you get
Okay,
a
well, you
running
got the
back?
number one overall pick. You're picking a quarterback unless you're going to trade out and get 3 first-round picks.
Dustin, that's
Oh,
why I
he
go
got
back to
ejected.
this.
He got ejected.
Oh yeah,
Who?
one of the Detroit players for targeting or killing.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
he went
ejected.
after. But anyway, back to Dustin. Hey, you have got to be aware of the situation at all times. You can't just say, "Oh, it's this situation. Let's do it." I'm going on the field. You have to do that as a player. You have to say, "Okay, you got to be ready for when the coach calls the play," and then signal to that player, "Hey, you're coming out. I'm in." You can't be lollygagging, and which is, I see a lot of that on the sideline. There's a lot of lollygagging going on.
I wouldn't mind getting a Buka. Ohio State got good receivers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they do.
Egbuka. He runs a 4-3.
Yeah, he'd be a nice one to have too.
We need some weapons on this team to when all else fails, you get it in their hands. They can make a play at the line of scrimmage, Like you see, that's one thing about Drew. He's right. Xavier Worthy would help. And I just want people to understand, and I'm going to reiterate it, even to the people who are tired of hearing it. We have game-breaking players on the team that are going to be a part of the team going forward. We have a guy like Overshown. Did you see Overshown today? He was all over the field.
Flying everywhere.
You
He
have
did.
Micah
Potential.
Parsons. You do have a Micah Parsons who is a problem. He's a problem to
Yeah.
deal with. You have a CeeDee Lamb. You have a Jake Ferguson who's clearly playing a little hurt, but you have a Jake Ferguson. You have a Tyler Smith. You have a Tyler Guyton, who I really like. He's going to get better, people.
He should get better, and you have a center.
You have a Cooper Beebe who's going to be real good. Real good.
Yeah.
Again, where you need help is where I think you should, and I know that's why I don't mind if we go with a defensive head coach, assuming we can get a nice young offensive coordinator to work.
Yeah.
Go give me
I
a
think
guy.
they need
Look
to
what they're doing with this defense, guys, with backups. Look at what they're doing. Yes, I understand. Diggs is, listen, it's the hardest thing in the world is to cover a wide receiver in the NFL, let alone when you have no pass rush. So for everybody who's saying, "Oh, Diggs ain't looking good," you could have anybody out there. If there's no pass rush, it ain't gonna work, people. It's not gonna
Defensive
work.
line and linebackers. That's my main focus. Defensive line and linebackers.
So that's why I said
And
I
you've
would
got-
consider
you've got
moving
to-
Bland.
You've got to
You know
find
what?
somebody who can work with that offensive line too.
You know
You've
what,
got to
Walker?
find somebody who
I
can
was
work with
saying
that offensive line.
Walker, I was saying that all last year until my face turned red, black, blue, and pink. I said, I did.
There's a question for Loyal.
What's that?
What is that?
And I said, Brian,
What is that?
then I said, we need some fresh linebackers in
My
there.
bag over my head.
I
Sorry,
said that. linebacker, linebacker, linebacker. I said that.
We got to get bigger.
Week.
We got to get bigger. We need to build. We got to get bigger on both sides of the ball.
I think Vrabel should be our head coach. That's how I like.
We got to dominate the line of scrimmage. That's the one thing. I know everyone says, "Shit, living in the past." Well, you can learn from the past. And Jerry and Steven, you know what a Super Bowl team looks like. A big on the offensive line, big on the defensive line, and sideline to sideline linebackers.
Right.
You had that in the 90s. You got to go rebuild it.
You had them athletic linebackers in the 90s.
You got a big center. You got a big left tackle. You got a big guard in Tyler
Touchdown,
Smith.
Eagles.
You got Micah Parsons. You got a good linebacker in Overshown. You know, I don't know about Sam Williams. Nealand, he got hurt, unfortunately, but you got to get bigger on the defensive line. Tyler Smith, what's his name? Ozzie Smith. He might be a bust at this point. He might be a bust.
He sucks.
Yeah.
And
hopefully
I can't
next year
put that on Jerry. That's all Will McClay.
Yeah. Hopefully next year we'll get a chance to see Sam Williams healthy and see what he can do, if anything. Hopefully he can. I know we've said that about Mozzie, but you know, at this point, I'm ready to say I was wrong about Mozzie.
And that's my whole thing is Brian and you know, everyone, like, you get a Bill Belichick, I think he'll be able to use Smith, oh my gosh, Overshown and Parsons and
that's what I mean.
Smith.
Dustin says so. No run at all.
Definitely want to get a running back.
Yeah. Deion Walker, defensive tackle. Out of Georgia, Kentucky. Kentucky, 6'6", 350. Defensive tackle. I'm thinking of Walker, the edge rusher. But yeah, I think we could use a defensive tackle. The running back class is loaded. Absolutely. My son wants Genty. I'm like, AJ, if we go and get Genty, that's a first round running back.
And even though Bill Belichick, the last years in New England, they didn't have a quarterback, but the defense still was pretty decent. He had that defense still pretty good.
Yeah. Genty. That's who
I hope we can get Genty. I really do.
Abdul Carter from Penn State is going to be a dude. I was watching him yesterday.
Oh, Abdul Carter, yeah, he's good.
What position
nice
is
win by
Carter?
Ohio State, by the way.
He is safety, I want to say, or what is he? Abdul Carter. He sacked the shit out of my quarterback yesterday.
That was a good win by Ohio State, though.
Yeah, that was a good hard battle.
Daniel M. I think Osa, is he a free agent anyway? I think he'll get a comp pick for him.
Osa will
depending on the defensive scheme next year, you may or may not want to keep him. Yeah, he's a little bit late in the ass. So Overshown coming off ACL, playing out of his mind. Yeah, it's only going to get better.
Do you trade away Osa? What are you going to get for
defensive end, Abdul Carter?
You're not going to get much for Osa.
Osa will get a ham sandwich. I mean, he ain't going to.
No, but he's a free agent, I think, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he'll be a free agent.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, are you going to sign him back for next year, or what are you going to do? Do you want to keep him for next year? I mean, he's serviceable. He's good.
F Ohio State, Bry guy says.
Bry guy must be Penn State guy.
We are Penn State.
You could also trade for that defensive lineman of the Carolina Panthers. He's damn good.
Yes.
So you don't have to just rely on the draft like Jerry. Y'all, they can go get out and get guys like the guy from Carolina, that big defensive tackle. You'll have free agency.
Went to the.
I say
trade Diggs, Dustin.
DK Metcalf's available. Get him. Get DK Metcalf.
Yeah, if you don't draft a wide receiver, go get DK Metcalf.
Diggs was a beast. I love Diggs. The fact that
let's
Diggs
make a splash move.
Today,
Let's get like a Myles Garrett or a DK Metcalf, somebody of that caliber.
Ooh, Myles Garrett. Ooh.
Yeah, if Myles Garrett. Hey, we got a high
Myles Garrett. You're not getting Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
You
One
could
can
sign
dream.
T.
If Cleveland
Higgins.
sells, if Cleveland sells, I'm sure somebody's going to
How
get him.
about trade for T. Higgins? You trade
No,
for
I
T.
don't think you're.
Higgins, and then
He's going to be a free agent next year anyway.
I know, but that they love doing that. They love trading a 4 for a guy that you're going to get a 4 or a 4 at, yeah. Anyway, I don't think you're going to get it.
I would
Higgins
trade. I would trade Dak Prescott for Miles
Derek
Garrett.
Brown is hurt, I believe. You would do what?
Trade Dak Prescott for Miles Garrett. If I had a top 5 pick and I could draft a quarterback and get Miles Garrett, there you go. You have Dak. Give us Miles Garrett.
You take the hit. The problem is Dak ain't going to Cleveland. Our dumbass organization gave him a no trade.
They should have never did that shit.
Fucking bullshit.
No trade clause again. Can we? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blocking Loyal's wonderful picture.
Dak can't stand to sit on the sidelines. I would tell him, like, bro, you're gonna take a trade. I swear, bro, you're gonna hold this clipboard.
Well, I said that anyway. I said, you're
going to Siberia.
Like I said before the
clipboard?
draft last year, Wade, to trade him because, and I was telling Mark, I said in April.
Yeah, the Raiders would have traded for him.
I said, you tell Dak that, listen, you're going to hold a clipboard, so you better accept a trade to Oakland. Yeah, T. Higgins can't stay healthy. I hear you. I would trade Dak for an expired bag of Cheetos.
Damn.
And that's not Wade saying it. EJB, what up? We're just rehashing it. We're letting people get their frustrations out. But in the end of the day, we're watching teams like the Eagles getting the job done, playing. Are they perfect? No. Do I think they're winning the Super Bowl? No. Sorry, but I don't. I haven't. But
I think it's going to be Detroit this year.
But they're doing a good job all around. You got to give them credit. Even with ejacula. You got Washington. Just went to 7-2. They're the class of the division right now. Points for, they're at 263. Points against 189. Defense is a little suspect, but again, Washington's doing well.
The Eagles and Cowboys remind me of. You remember that movie Trading Places?
Yes.
With Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. That's what I feel like right now.
What's up, Weed? What up, game? We have a fucking sucking the words of dude. I love Weed. It wasn't all about Dak, but you saw a distinct difference in what was going on when a Cooper Rush came in and he was flinging the ball around. It looked different.
Cooper Rush's release looked better too.
It just looked different. I don't know what's going on with Dak. Ejaculate. Yeah, if you say it 3 times, he appears, Arturo. So do not say it a 3rd time. It was like the candy man. Not a Dak hater, but damn, what the hell happened to our leader? Dustin, I don't hate Dak at all. But I'm a Cowboy fan. I want what's best for my team. So what's right now is I want a young stud quarterback. So, we'll see.
This is why you need to win, because you never know when time's going to run out.
Right. Yep. That's unfortunate.
And I'm sorry, a lot of people that love Dak don't want to hear this. Time's ticking on Dak. He's getting more injured. He had that catastrophic leg injury. He's getting older. He's moving slower. He's not looking right. Time's running out.
You say Baker too loud, Eagle fans run to this.
So are y'all going to go to the game with bags on your head next week?
I might. I'm going to have to work on a bag.
And put on their fire, Jerry.
Or thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Jerry. Hate to say it, but Dak's getting old. Daniel M., again, that's what's so frustrating about signing him, because it seemed like they did it out of desperation.
Yep.
There was no reason to.
This is why you have
to
strike
wanted
when
Dak,
the iron's
you could have
hot.
paid another $5 million for him. He wanted to stay in DFW. He wanted to stay.
Yep.
So you could have, but I'm not. It's so frustrating. Start the trend game on live TV. Yeah. Game time, Brian. It's the Romo curse. A Clemente, man. Jerry wanted Lance a QB in 2025. He did, Daniel. He did. He wanted Lance, and then probably a young one, and it didn't work out.
If Lance looked real good, I don't think Dak gets that contract.
That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted to happen. Was they wanted Lance to play good so bad? Because I guarantee, if Lance would have came out there and won some preseason games and looked pretty good,
Oscar, I like that. Yeah, I know. I noticed it. I'm like, damn, it's a game time app. Maybe I should next year, while they're all using BetUS, I'll use the Game Time app as my sponsor. Yeah, before the season, maybe I should have enough subscribers by then. They'll want a guy like me. What up, Philly D? Your team looks decent, bro. Jerry's pissed at Steven and Will about the Dak resigning. Ultra, my God. Stephen Jones looks like a fool right now.
he is a fool.
But looking at that first quarter, man, that Aubrey field goal was rough. That needed to be a touchdown. And if that's a touchdown, it's a different ball game. And that stupid punt for a fake punt. That was just Lions getting Zadarius Smith. Yeah, Ultra sent me that text. Zadarius Smith going to Detroit. What do you guys think of that, real quick, before we get out of here?
They're making moves.
Who won the?
They're
Buffalo
trying to
game?
win a Super Bowl. They're trying any and every way they can to win that Super
Buffalo
Bowl.
won.
And they might do it this year. Lions might do it.
I'm rooting for the Detroit Lions.
I'm happy for them.
Is he?
I mean, they've been down. They've been through way more shit than we've ever been in. I mean, it can't get any worse when you have a season you don't win a single game.
Yeah, you know, me and Brian, we talked about Detroit a couple of years ago, and everybody laughed at us. Hey.
Oh yeah, I said it too. When they traded Matthew Stafford, that was a good thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Man, they made out good.
Derrick Henry had another good game today.
Yep.
He ran for a few touchdowns.
He's rubbing it in our face. That's all they keep doing. Jerry Jones, you could have had. But it's a little too late now, man. All we got to do, only thing we got to look forward to is the off season, and pray that some changes are made for the better, not for the worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a major off season.
Just hope they don't do anything stupid like, oh, we're gonna make Mike Zimmer the head coach or something stupid like that. Because we know he's a loser too. He couldn't do anything in Minnesota, so I don't want him as head coach.
Who's that? I'm sorry, I was looking at something. Who?
Didn't he get them to an NFC championship though?
I don't think he didn't get him to the NFC championship. What's the bald-headed dude with the mustache?
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He got Minnesota to the NFC championship in 2017. They lost to Philadelphia.
Did he?
Yep.
I thought it was the bald-headed dude that that had when Brett Favre was there.
He got him there back in 2009. That's what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is, boys. I picked a bad time to go to Dallas, but we're still gonna have fun. It is what it is.
Go down there, enjoy the scene.
Yeah, enjoy the scene.
Yeah, it's still gonna be good.
I would like
hang
to
out with Wade, let
able
Wade take you some bars, and
I would like to be able to talk to Mike Fisher, but we'll see. We'll see about that whole thing.
Yeah, and I'm going to the last game of the year, January the 5th. That's no telling how we'll be then.
Yeah.
You might get it for free. You might do a raffle or something and get it.
Yep.
Free ticket or something.
But all right, everybody. I think I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, we're going to call this a day. Tough loss. Dallas drops to 3-5. No, he did not, Dustin. I'm going to send him another email. I sent him an email a couple weeks ago, so I'll send him a refreshed email, and we'll see. I'll keep everybody posted. I'm off tomorrow, so I'll probably do a live stream during the day, lunchtime chat. I'll do a morning video. So it is what it is. Any final thoughts from anybody?
Hopefully Dallas can just
It is what it is, Willie Beeman.
do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully Dallas will be able to write something, here in the next few weeks. Maybe
It would
get
be
back
nice,
into it.
but
At this point,
I
it's
don't
not
think
worth
he'll-
it,
Yeah.
Troy. It's really not, because we want to go. We need only way to get a really good player is go high in the draft. And
Yeah.
we continue to get in that middle pack. We'll get another Mozzie Smith. We don't need that. We need the high pick.
Well, I agree. I definitely agree with that.
I want to be a competitive, though. I don't see us getting. Who knows? Let's take it week by week. Let's just do that. Let's not look at anything big picture yet, because we have no control. We need to trade away. We need to trade away. What do you mean?
Why would you want to do that, Weed?
No. I think he means trade players for draft capital. Game time 3 and 14.
Parsons?
I wouldn't trade Mikey. I would not. I would hold on to Micah right now. I would sign his deal in the offseason. Don't include no trade.
Okay, so you want to trade players for picks then, Weed, right?
Picks for next year. Yeah. That's what I thought he meant. Yeah, I agree with that, Weed. I agree with that 100%. But listen, we're going to enjoy the rest of the season. We're 3-5. We have a lot of winnable games coming down the stretch. We don't control what they do. So for us to sit there and root for them to lose, they're going to lose on their own, as you saw the last couple of weeks. They're going to lose on their own. It don't matter what we do. So let's try and enjoy the football season. I've seen enough. Pay Dak more money and re-sign the staff. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Donnell. Thanks, brother. Trading places, loyal. Now we're going to lose all 4 games. So if that's the case, Daniel, then why waste draft capital for any of those players you bring up? It's kind of stupid. So just let her rip, Tater Chip. But I have a feeling Jerry's actually going to do a couple trades. He's ass backwards. When we don't want him to do anything, he'll do something. Last year we wanted him to do something.
You're going to be on Tuesday during the deadline?
Yes, I set it up already. 1:00, I'm going live. So.
Yeah, like if they go get that defensive tackle from Carolina and like maybe a wide receiver, be like, okay, all right, we got to start here. Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to do anything for us this year, but like we got a big defensive lineman now.
I like that though. I would do that.
Yeah.
The only move I want to see is something that is going to stay with us.
Exactly. Don't do a 1-year deal or anything like that.
1 year. Like you're gonna make a trade. This guy needs to be with us for at least 3-4 years.
That way we can go into the draft not worrying necessarily about a defensive tackle. We got our defensive tackle. Do that. So, but anyway, all right, everybody. I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Dustin Bosley says Wade and running back Hubbard from Carolina.
Yeah, I like getting Hubbard.
I'm less.
He would be great.
I'm less about any of that. I'm more about let's go, get us a defensive lineman or a linebacker, like a defensive lineman would be great, like a nice, like a
do you think
like
the
a
Giants
lineman
would
that can
part
get
with
pressure.
Burns?
Yeah, Detroit with the pick 6.
Nice.
That'd be good.
So, but anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to. We'll
Take care.
All right, everybody. I will talk to everybody tomorrow. It is what it is. Just remember one thing. I hate to do it, but we still them boys. I don't care what anybody says. So
them boys.
We them boys. That's right.
Take
care, Brian.
See ya.
Peace.
See ya. Hey.